All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Title. This is Joe from Indonesia. And thank you so much for coming to our channel, Inside the Channel, where we really go beyond the title with leaders who coming from different verticals, different industries from around the globe. And today we have a very wonderful guest with me. She is Aulia Halimatussadiah, who come all the way from Bali, Indonesia, just to be with me in this Beyond the Title series. Hi, Aulia. How are you?
Hi Joe, I'm good. Panggil Lia aja ya, just call me Lia.
Lia. Okay,
Yeah.
Lia will be great. Awesome. So, Lia, maybe if you can kind of like introduce yourself a little bit to the audience, that would be great.
Hi guys, my name is Lia. I'm the co-founder and chief marketing officer at Storyal.co. It's a social storytelling platform. And also I'm a writer of 30 books. I'm also the co-managing director of Girls in Tech Indonesia. Gitu.
Oh, wow. What an intro. What an intro. So you wrote 30 books already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when will be the 31st book will come?
That's a good question. I'm actually in the process of writing, in the process of finishing a novel, and the novel is right now at Storyal.co. You can read it. The title is the city where my sweetheart lives. So
Okay.
yeah, because the concept of our platform is like chapter by chapter updates. So I'm right now currently on chapter 8, I think.
Okay.
So that would be my 31st book.
Wow, interesting. Looking forward. All right, so in this Beyond the Title, as always, Lia, so we're gonna have a couple of questions, but don't worry, we're not gonna ask about digital strategy. It's going to be beyond the title, purely beyond the title. So I have a couple of questions. So let me start with the first question here. What is your Ikigai? Ikigai is like the reason for you to jump out of the bed every morning.
Yeah, I mean, if we think about Ikigai, it's like what I love to do. Yeah, like what I love doing is basically writing. I have a lot of things that I love to do, but writing is one of them, and I also I think I'm very good at writing after 30 books, right?
Right.
And when I was writing my 16th book, I found out that I couldn't publish my book. So that's how I found the problem in this industry, and that come up with the idea of Storyal.co, right? So the Storyal.co for me is my Ikigai. My company is my Ikigai because I wake up every morning striving to build the best product. To help writers in my country to be able to do what they love and then making money, earn a living while doing what they love. So my Ikigai is to help people doing their Ikigai, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, very, very interesting. So I think it's kind of like, so the Ikigai is actually realizing that you're gonna do something to make other people doing their Ikigai.
Yes, I would love to help people to be able to express themselves through writing, through my company. And then while doing that, they can earn a living, right? Basically doing their Ikigai.
That's a very, very great Ikigai. Okay, now I have the second question here on my list. I hope you're ready. Which movie character best represent you and why? Why is that?
So I thought about it, right? I mean, I'm not really a movie fan, so but I know the movie character that I aspire to be is Tony Stark from Iron Man.
Tony Stark. Oh wow! Why?
Because he has everything that I aspire to be. Like he's a sexy billionaire, right? And he's innovative, he's philanthropist, and he's also very, very confident, which I think, I consider myself very confident as well. So yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's my movie character.
Wow, interesting. I was expecting you're gonna say some female, but Tony Stark. Interesting choice of characters. All right. Now, what applications that you could not live without it? One
Yeah,
application.
only one.
No, I mean, of course, if you have more, that will be great. But if you can share one, that
Yeah.
will be fun, sir.
Well, I have to say story out dulu ya.
Of course.
So I couldn't live without my own
Yes, yes.
app because yeah, I can read a lot there. Every day I find a new story. And then WhatsApp, because that's where all the interaction with my teams happen. And now during the pandemic in Zoom, because there's a lot of meetings and file sharing happen there.
Right.
Yeah, I think one more is so I use the Gaia, if you know Gaia. Gaia
Gaia.
is it's like a Netflix, but then for spiritual documentaries and movies. So it's just I think it's good for my well-being in general, spirituality. Yeah.
So this Gaia is more kind of like, how can I say, what kind of content that they have there? Like kind of like, is it going to be kind of like
Like a meditation,
meditation?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, like
Gaia.
spirituality. Yeah, Gaia.
Okay. So guys who tune in, Gaia, find it. All right. Interesting. Now, let's say I have another question here. What kind of advice that you would give to your 21 years old self?
Yeah,
What?
when I was 21, so I was a web programmer, right? I graduated from technology, like from technology, and I graduated and I became a web programmer. When I became a web programmer, I was one of two female programmers in my company, right?
Wow.
So so the other was male, right? Male programmer. The way we code were really different, very different. So for the longest time, I thought that I was stupid because I code differently, right? So my confidence level was really low. So my advice would be for my 21 years old self would be just be confident in yourself because like much years later I found out that the way I code there's nothing wrong with the way I code, like it's just different because I didn't know that it's different because I don't have a benchmark yet. I don't have a comparison. I don't have other girls that I can talk to,
True.
And then so my advice would be just be confident with yourself because by being confident in yourself, you can get higher in your career very quickly, like grow in your career very quickly. That was stopping me because I had a lot of insecurity, back then.
Back then. Okay. So
Yeah,
confidence. So how do
yeah,
you finally you find your confidence, Aulia? Leah. How?
yeah, yeah. Finally, my boss actually sat me down, and because he can see that I have a lot of potential, but then I was not going forward, right? Because I had no confidence. And then he's the one. He's my mentor, basically. He's the one telling me to step up, and then to learn more, and then to be
Wow.
confident because he assured me that I'm doing the right thing already.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Now
so
look at
the mentor is very super important. Yeah.
all right. And now look at you, one of the female leaders in Indonesia. Amazing,
Thank
amazing.
you.
All right. Now talking about mentorship, definitely you will receive a lot of feedbacks during for all this time, right? So if you can kind of like share us a little bit, what will be the harshest feedback you ever receive in your life?
Feedback.
Yeah, the harshest one.
Yeah. So this is also a difficult question for me because I never care. So because I never care, I never remember what people care about harsh feedback. Yeah. So I think what's the most common harsh feedback that I receive is something along the line of too confident, probably arrogant, or something along that line. So I guess it's just a side effect of being a leader. that you sometimes can be, can get misunderstood.
Of course.
Yeah. So it's just about, choosing who you listen to, basically. Yeah, if it's irrelevant, and you don't need to really listen, right? Yeah.
You're right. So basically, all feedback are good. There are great feedback, but there is no such bad feedback. Everything should be taken as a good feedback. That's what I get from you. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, not really. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. Yeah.
All right.
All feedbacks. I accept feedbacks that I'm asking, basically.
I see.
If I don't ask for it, I rarely ever. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as a leader, right, as a CMO, what is the biggest leadership challenge you are facing, especially during this, pandemic and crisis?
Yeah. This is like tough time for everyone, right? Of course, the first thing that we're trying to navigate is basically turning the usually in-person meetings and interaction to remote, right? So basically managing the team remotely, because right now we're also experiencing growth, right? So that's a challenge. And also I have another like latest challenge right now, probably because I'm building because we are growing. I'm building a new technology team under my company, and everything must be built during pandemic like this. So the recruitment online, everything online, the discussion is online. So yeah, it's a new challenge, right? Because you have to be able to to look at the person in the eye through the camera, right?
Right.
and
True.
then and then decide their values, and if they're in line with us. So yeah, it's quite a challenge. And then of course make everything align between the team, each team. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're hoping to be able to navigate that right
Right.
now.
Okay. Interesting. I think it's the same challenges right now for across the board. I think because of this social distancing, all this
Yes.
pandemic, right? Yeah. And from your point of view, what will be your predictions for this for the new normal, especially for the digital world?
Yeah, I think right now in Indonesia, people like start to adapt technology at rapid rate, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're Indonesian, so you know, Joe. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way we could ever expect people to have a meeting online before, right? Or having their education online, like all all the students study online, and then going to doctor online, like before we would never ever imagine that, right? So everyone is like right now adapting everything at rapid rate. So it's a big shift, and a lot of companies need to really transform digitally, right?
True.
And I think in the future there will be a big need for collaboration tools to be able to make all these interactions smooth between the team, or between companies, or between people in general. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the new normal in general would be, as we can see right now, hygiene, physical distancing,
Yeah.
and consuming everything local. Like everything is like everyone is being conscious about where they get their food from. So I think it's one of a good trend from this pandemic.
I see. I see. Now, from all this, it's very interesting when you mentioned about shifting, right? So people, the way people live, the way people interact, and so on is now shifting. So let's say, assuming this is over, all this pandemic. So do you see anything that will gonna be stay here to stay, or not changing, or is going to be changed permanently?
Yeah, especially in my industry, right? Like
Mhm.
in my industry, when during the lockdown, like the self quarantine period, people like scratching for entertainment, right? They don't want to be bored.
To kill time.
Yeah, so they start. And now they couldn't go to the mall to get books, right? So they start to read online. So they start to use my platform, Storyal, to start reading. And then at our platform, we have like 40 different story genres, 50,000 titles that they can really read immediately. So there's a shift in the way people read. Like before, you have to go and then buy one and then read one book till the end. But then now you can actually like try like one chapter. If they don't like it, they can change into different chapter, right? So I think this new behavior will stay. You know, like they will want to try a lot of different genres and reading in my industry, and they will stay to read more online than before. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good change then, like because reading definitely at the end of the day, reading is what I see also something which is kind of like lacking right now because of this all these digital, videos and everything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. A lot of people said that Indonesian don't read, and I think that's not true. Indonesian just don't have access to books, and now there's the access, and they know now that they can have the access, right? And then
right.
because the type of story that we show at Storyal is very engaging, right?
Hmm.
So they start to read more and more, right? They can read like 6 chapters a week minimum, right?
Right.
So it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Now, what are your hopes as a Leah for the future?
My hopes that we can travel again.
Exactly the same. I think everyone's hope that.
But because I'm in Bali, so I'm not really.
Oh,
So I'm not really craving for that. I'm in the paradise already.
already.
Nyebelin ya. So my hope is basically because we are in this together. We experience this together. I really hope that we can be more kind to one another. You know, we have more compassion because we already feel it. You know, like Indonesian said, you know, susah bareng. You know, like
Yeah.
we experience this turmoil and challenges together, you know, like, and then whatever make us feels like we're together, I hope that it can make us stick together, you know.
Stick together. Yeah.
Yeah, be at peace, you know.
Yes.
There's no war and everything. Not
Yes.
tweet war as well. Not tweet war.
Especially that one. All right. I think okay. I'm in for that. I'm in for that future. That hopes truly a good, a fantastic hopes. I have two last questions, Leah, if you don't mind. And this one is actually my favorite. Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
So tell us one weird fact about you.
It's actually very simple.
Okay, what?
One
How's
weird thing about me, I read one book a day. It's really weird.
Okay. Why?
I,
Why is it weird?
because nobody does that. Who does that? So I read one book a day, and the book is about 200 to 300 pages long,
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
it takes me 3 hours to read it. And I usually read it when I wake up, which is around 4 a.m. in the morning until around 7.
Really?
So
One
yeah,
book? Oh my
one book.
God. Amazing.
So that's weird, right?
No, I think yeah. Of course, it looks like it. I mean, like it doesn't sound like normal, but it's a good one actually. 3 hours. Okay.
Yeah, that's
No
weird.
worries.
Yeah, that's weird fact about me.
Oh, okay, okay. Very interesting, interesting. Now, last but not least, lah, what is your motto in life?
So, motto is something like a high school students have, yeah, on their
Like a,
journal diary.
put it in diary, buku tahunan.
Well, yeah, basically, I don't have a motto, but I have a belief that life for me is about growth. So whatever that happens around us, and what happens to us, it doesn't matter. What matters is it make us grow and to be a better person, right? So a lot of people like ask me if I ever feel afraid that I'm gonna fail as a business woman or as a person. Am I gonna be afraid to fail? And I said, not really, because it doesn't matter if I fail. What matters is if I learn from my failure and if I grow from that. Yeah. So my motto is basically life is about growth for me.
All right. Amazing. Amazing. Now, since you are in Bali, I think when I look at the comments here, so many people, I think you really make everyone envy about Bali. So maybe just a little bit, if you can tell us, all of us, tell us about Bali right now. I think most of us misses Bali anyway. So how's Bali looks like now?
Bali, we should do this in the beach, on the beach, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Bali right now, unfortunately, because there's no tourists, the tourism industry went down, right, to 90%, right, even more. So a lot of people here needs to really shift their gear, and some of them become entrepreneurs directly, right, immediately. Yeah, everything is very quiet here, like from normal, right? The beach are open, but it's not super hectic. Yeah, so I mean, it's a good thing for me being here. I feel absolutely grateful to be here because the sky is blue, like the nature is amazing. I'm working, and then I go to the beach for lunch, and then I go to sunset after work, and I have a total work-life balance here. Yeah.
Amazing. You are in paradise indeed. You are in
Exactly.
paradise.
Yeah, you should all join me.
We will. Hopefully they will open soon so everyone can come back to Bali. I think Bali belongs to the world anyway.
Yes,
All
please.
right. Cool. All right. Thank you so much, Leah, for your time. It's been a pleasure to
Thank you so
understand,
much, Joe and
you
Insider.
beyond the title. I think we learned a lot from these 11 questions, and definitely we learned a lot about Bali. So thank you so much again for joining us, and thank you everyone for stay tuned in our channels. Until then, take care and stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye, Leah.
Bye.